Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is April 23rd, 2015, yet another Tarleton State Purple Thursday. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Ashley Ford.
And I'm Sean Hargrove. In campus news, Tarleton officials are intending to have 15,000 students enrolled at all sites in Stephenville, Fort Worth, Midlothian, and Waco by 2020. They hope to see even more growth when the new Fort Worth campus opens. Tarleton spokesman Harry Batson says that the state continues to encourage growth at state universities, including Tarleton, and officials expect to exceed the enrollment of 15,000 at some point in the future. Tarleton's enrollment in 1917 was 362. Today, 11,593 students are enrolled. Batson says that the new building in Fort Worth is expected to provide the opportunity for considerably more students in the Fort Worth area to take advantage of the educational opportunities that Tarleton provides. Historically, Tarleton has grown 75 of its 99 years. The years that it hasn't grown have typically been during wars.
I just love how much our campus is growing, but I hope it doesn't grow too much.
Yeah, you know, Ashley, I like the size of Tarleton too, but there is talk that our growth may influence our athletics to go Division I, and that would increase enrollment drastically.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having a bigger football stadium.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah. In regional news, if you can't say no to Larry Joe, then at least get a free ride to and from the festival grounds. Baptist Student Ministries, Chi Alpha, and Larry Joe Taylor are providing rides to and from the festival grounds. The rides are available free Thursday from noon until 1 a.m., Saturday at noon until Sunday at 6 a.m. Drivers are willing to take you to any destination in Stephenville area. Just call 254-300-7558. Whatever you do, do not drink and drive, get a ride.
You know, Ashley, I would hate to see such a fun event turn tragic because of a simple mistake like that.
That's right. Just get that ride. The Somerville County Commissioner's Court will be taking a deeper look into leasing a communications tower that will keep the county's emergency communications online in the event of an outage or disaster with Chalk Mountain Tower. Dwayne Griffin, Emergency Management Coordinator for the county, informed the commissioners that if a tornado or high winds or an outage at the tower would leave the county with no radio communication capabilities. Griffin added, if the county were to purchase a tower and install the equipment, we are looking at a bill of $400,000 or more, plus the cost of equipment. Somerville County Judge Danny Chambers urged the court to readdress the issue earlier, June or July.
And now with today's Texas, national, international, and sports news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Texas could put red light cameras in the review under a bill that has cleared the Texas Senate. Republican Senator Bob Hall said the red light cameras have failed miserably before this bill was sent to the House. Dozens of Texas cities have contracted companies to install red light cameras, which generates millions of revenue in municipalities. The companies photograph vehicles that run red lights and then send tickets to the owners for $75. Texas lawmakers now want to prohibit a camera system on anything other than toll roads. Hall said that studies showed that the devices don't improve traffic safety as much as they say they do. Also, since ticketed drivers can't confront their accusers, Hall said that the cameras violate due process rights.
Yeah, I could do with no more red light cameras.
Oh, you're telling me, Ashley, it was just last week that I got a red light camera.
Oh, you
ticket.
would. In national news, a father, James Corrier, was arrested on manslaughter and child abuse charges after police said he left his toddler son in a hot car during a day of heavy drinking in Phoenix. Corrier was charged with manslaughter and child abuse. AP has a scoop.
Crying in court, a father who was arrested after police say he left his son in a hot car. James Corrier is charged with manslaughter and child abuse after his 2-year-old son died. Police say the 41-year-old father went to a liquor store, bought a bottle of gin, drank it on the way home, then left his toddler, Alpha, inside the car while he fell asleep inside the house.
There was evidence in the car that the child struggled. Yesterday's temperature was in the 90s. The child, at 2.5 years of age, was able to do damage to the inside of the vehicle in his attempt to get out. It's an absolutely horrific death.
Family members leaving the house wouldn't talk about what happened. Police say Alpha's older brother, who is 5, was either brought into the house by his dad or managed to get out of the car by himself. A couple hours later, detectives say, their mother found Alpha unconscious in the back seat of the car. The boy was taken to a hospital and died. Police urging parents to keep an eye on their children, especially as the weather heats up.
Have a plan, just like watching your kids around water. Have a plan when we take kids out in our cars, that we plan on who it is that's going to ensure that the children are in the car safely and that they're out of the car safely. It is just too hot here to not have that plan in place.
The family's pastor who visited the home tells local media the family is extremely upset. Padmanandarama, The Associated Press.
You know, Ashley, leaving a child in a hot car happens way more often than it should.
I agree. With the weather warming up, parents should be more cautious. In international news, as the countdown continues in London for the birth of the second royal baby for the Duke William and Duchess Kate of Cambridge. Thousands of people have been placing bets on the baby's name. The AP has the details.
Meet Rory Scott of Paddy Power Bookmakers, a company that specializes in online betting on sports, politics, and now the name of Prince William and Kate's second baby.
Alice has been the big mover over the last couple of weeks. Was a massive 33-1, heavily backed into 6-4. By far the most backed girls' name. Elizabeth, Charlotte, Victoria, they've been the staple favourites for the girls over the last, 2-3 months really.
On the boys' side,
James, Arthur, Henry, Philip, they're looking good value to me. 16-1, 25-1, into 33s. Remember, this is a 2-horse race.
the baby is due to be delivered here at St. Mary's Hospital in London, where Kate gave birth to her first child, Prince George, nearly 2 years ago. The royals want to avoid a replay of the media circus that took place back then, so authorities aren't allowing the media to camp outside the hospital until the Duchess of Cambridge goes into labor. Ned Barker, The Associated Press.
I think I have a simple solution. Just name the baby Sean.
You would think that was an attractive name.
Well, in recent sports news, Tarleton reports Euphemia Edom was named the Lone Star Conference athlete for the 4th straight week. Wednesday, after her performance at the East Texas Invitational last Saturday, the All-American jumper rewrote her own record in the long jump Saturday, finishing the meet with the best jump of 6.43 meters. The currently ranked as the #1 jump in the nation this season. Edom's mark also broke the stadium record previously held by Lindsay Welch of Abilene Christian of 6.32 meters, set back in 1996. This marks the first time under Tarleton head coach Pat Ponder that an athlete has earned Lone Star Conference Field Athlete of the Week honors 4 times in a row. Tarleton will compete in the Rice Twilight in Houston Saturday, April 25th from Holloway Field and Lay Track. And now, with Ariel Hall for today's weather.
Thanks, Ashley and Sean. For today's weather, the high is 78 degrees with a low of 68 degrees and a 70% chance of rain at 4 p.m. today. Stay dry. Back to you, Ashley and Sean.
Today's broadcast was produced by Sarah Honeycutt, Ariel Hall, Megan Andrews, and I'm Ashley Ford.
And I'm Sean Hargrove. You can watch Texan TV News live Monday through Friday at 11 to 1 and on Northland Cable Channel 9. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. You stay classy, Stephenville.